They'll try and run forward Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And I'm sure for these guys, the break from the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
Oh, I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the interim. To come out and get the first points in the Super Bowl, fantastic for the team.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Houston. Ezekiel Elliott, 62 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Here we go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Mahomes now on first down. Bryant has it. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now it's Mahomes again. That'll be taken in by Anderson. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
16 more yards. That's another Eagles first.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On the draw, this is Barkley. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
What we got?
Here's Elliott. Well, he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big run that time by Elliott. 46 yards. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll try the air now with Watson, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. 2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55.
Let's go, baby.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run on first down. Barkley. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, Barkley. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And some room to roam now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Saquon Barkley running right. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Open man is Anderson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They'll run with Barkley. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down to the 27-yard line. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 27-yard line. Nothing too fancy there, a simple toss left, but for whatever reason, the defense, they didn't seem ready for it.
Let me continue on with your thought right there, because after the play was over, I kept my eyes on the defenders. Watch them get off the ground, going back to the huddle, shaking their heads and kind of pointing to each other like, what just happened there? I think you were onto something.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. Yeah, he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Now a give, right side. Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Texans' 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Another try for Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Yellow, let's go, Lou, lady! Attack, attack! 41, we got a wedge down.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. The quick slant caught. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Mike, set. Mike 88. Mike 31.
Out of the gun, Watson. And got his man complete. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
A first down carry by Elliott. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is according to their defense. They've kept them in by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Watson, and he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott, and down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 13 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Mahomes now on first down. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
On second down, Barkley. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, you got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Mahomes going to go on fourth down. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on fourth down in the fourth quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach. You look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And again, it's Mahomes. Aguilar has it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mahomes to throw once more. Eluding the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. The 40. The 30. And it's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
One more hurdle here. They need the 2-point conversion to, for the moment, stay alive in these playoffs. Back to throw. Through an opening, and there he goes. 30, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Flushed out right. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's 4th down.
56.
Here we go on 4th. Watson, he's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They begin with a run by Barkley. Oh, little 360. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Back to throw. Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. On that long touchdown, look, the pass was fine, but it was short. What Saquon did after the catch, that's impressive.
And that's just demoralizing if you're on the defensive side of the ball, too, because if he catches a short one, that's your opportunity to tackle him, put him on the ground, and get up for the next down. Instead, he makes a move, he makes people miss, he runs through tackles, he spins, he jukes, and he continues to run because once he gets into the open field and turns it loose, he can fly.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Watson, and Stills bringing it in. And mark him down way up close to the 40th.